Now, a while back, I actually had somebody contact me on YouTube and ask me if the lower frame on my Charter Arms Pathfinder was plastic. And I thought there's no way that they put a plastic frame on these. Well, the grip frame on this gun is actually plastic or polymer. So the trigger guard and the whole piece that holds the grip on the gun that has the recoil or the hammer spring inside of it, that whole lower portion is plastic. The good thing about these guns, that part is interchangeable just about from any of the 38 Special and 22 revolvers. So if one was so inclined, you could source and find a steel or aluminum lower frame and replace the plastic one on this gun. I'll see how it holds up. These do have a lifetime warranty, so theoretically if it broke, it wouldn't be a problem. I could get it replaced. Well, I was so inclined to look and try to find a different grip frame for this to swap it over from the plastic one. Again, I was a little bit shocked actually to kind of find out that they used a polymer lower on this. I guess I'm not sure why I was shocked, but revolvers, I always think of them as really tough guns and well built, but in this particular case, this does look like some type of an injection molded or fiberglass filled polymer lower frame. You can see it's kind of flexible. I mean, it's pretty well made. It looks just like it could be aluminum, except you can kind of see those casting marks on this thing as you look at it. But I really did want to swap it over for an aluminum one, so let's throw that aside, and through the magic of editing, I will take the grips off this gun and show you what it looks like. Well, here you can see that I have already swapped the frame over. This was actually the frame from a parts kit for the Bulldog that I bought parts for my last video to turn my Bulldog into a Bulldog Pug. So one good thing about the Charter Arms revolvers, if you remove a couple of screws and a couple of pins, the lower frame on these transfers from any gun, whether it's a 32, a 9mm, a 38 Special, 357, 44 Special, 22, whatever you have. The grip frame is exactly the same for all of the firearms, which again is one of the beautiful things about the Charter Arms guns. You can easily swap some of these parts over. Now, as you can see, this is a black frame versus being the silver one that this originally came with. But to be perfectly honest, the plastic one kind of looked hokey on this anyway, because the grip and the frame and the barrel and the cylinder all kind of have a different finish on them anyway. I had no reservations about putting a black frame on this. It really doesn't look that bad. Now, this does have an old school Pachmayr gripper rubber grip on it, and I really like the way it feels. You can see again, because the grip covers over most of the grip frame, the only part of it that you see that's actually black is the very bottom of the trigger guard. And does it bother you? Well, it doesn't bother me, and it's my gun, so I don't really care if it bothers you. But now I have an aluminum grip frame on this gun, which gives me a little bit better peace of mind. Makes it probably a little bit more rigid. Might add 2 or 3 ounces to the weight, but I don't think it really adds that much. And again, it's just another one of those things that I thought was something that was worthwhile doing. Again, in the spirit of the 2023 reason for having my channel, I really want to work on doing upgrades to my guns and make them better, make them more what I want. And I thank you all for joining me and watching these videos. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat below. Like and subscribe if you feel you want to. If you don't, I'll keep right on making videos. Thanks for watching. God bless America. Support your 2A rights. Get out there and shoot. Make sure you remind somebody, if they ask you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, remind them that freedom is always the greater good.